Oh, right, Raidernation, man. It's your boy Simone Raider, and we are live now. Okay, I know, a lot of you guys are like, I thought you were gonna go live at 9 o'clock, but I was trying to make sure everything was going up and everything was smooth right now. Let me just double check if I'm live. If you guys see I'm live right now, let me know. If you guys can hear me and whatnot, just let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, we're live. I'm literally just coming back from the game. Like I just got home probably like about 10 minutes ago. So, I'm just trying to make sure I get everything situated right now. But shout out to everybody that's joining in right now. I think there we go. Let me look at the comments. Where's the comments at, man? I'm over here stuck. But oh, there we go. I can see the comments. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Shout out to everybody that's in the comments right now. I can see you guys. I see that we have Yukon Man in here. I see Sabs up in here. Yeah, I see a lot of you guys up in here, man. Let me just go through it right now. Royal, bullshit, roughing the passer call, terrible officiating. Oh, we ain't trying to win, so it's not like it really matters, to be honest. But I understand where you're coming from with that. Yukon Man says it's a rough one. I mean, I think this whole season is a rough one, man. It's been a tough season so far, but I think at this moment, to be honest with you guys, I'm not really mad. Like, yeah, it sucks that we lost the way we lost, like we always do, but I'm not too mad. 15-19, bro. The Falcons can't dominate, bro. I think this is more a testament to how bad the Falcons were compared to how bad the Raiders were, because I think we know we're a bad team, guys, but I, it just for them to look as bad as us, especially offensively, just goes to show that they're not a good team as well. I mean, it's crazy because the Falcons started off the season real hot, just to see them like just crumble and fall right now. I mean, we started off like with a huge win against the Baltimore Ravens, and then we ended up losing. How many damn games we lost? Like I think this is like 10, 11 games. I'm not really counting. Well, I guess it was 10, maybe 10 games. Everything's on the top of my head right now. But Raider Nation, shout out to you guys up in here. I see you comment, like I said. I see GLO. I see Steven up in here. Ooh, Colin Spillane was BS. It was. But we're used to it though. We're used to it. And like I said earlier, it's not like we're trying to win right now. So it is what it is. When's this? Oh yeah, Tristan. Okay, yeah. I was supposed to start at 9. I started obviously at like 9, like probably like 2, 3 minutes ago. I feel like we won. Yo, Savs, we did win. We we did win. Of course. Oh, hypothetically, we won because we still got a top pick in the draft right now. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. Understandable, but let's be honest, guys. We want to get a quarterback. We want to get a franchise quarterback. We want to get the number one pick just so we can have endless options, right? And I know Shador is on the top of everybody's list as well as mine. So that's who I'm always going to be rooting for right now. And I know there's going to be other people saying Cam Ward or somebody else. I know I was going back and forth with one of the Raider fans at the game. He was saying, Shador Sanders is not that guy. He's not a runner. I was like, okay. But, shout out to the Oos. We had a good conversation during the game because we didn't really pay too much during the game because we wanted to lose anyways. But yeah. Knox says Cam Ward is another Anthony Richardson. I don't know. There's some truth into that, but I I still feel like Anthony Richardson can still be good, just depending on how his the rest of his career goes and how the Colts handle his situation right now. Lame, love you, bro, man. I appreciate. Hey, yo, David, I appreciate, it, man. Love you too, man. I see knocking up in here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, everybody. Okay, I'm a little late to the party and late to the chats right now. Shador season, yes, yeah, Jacob. Shador season. Tanking for Shador one step closer. We got, I think, is it 3 more games? The Raiders. If we lose out, Raider Nation, then we stick with the number one overall pick. Now, this next game against the Jacksonville Jaguars is going to be a really, really huge one for the both of us. Because if we lose, then of course we're on track of getting that number one pick. If we win, then shit. If we won today, the crazy thing is if we won today's game, we would have dropped all the way down to 7. So that just shows you how close everything is from 1 to 7. Just like that. And the Giants just had the number one overall pick just for a little bit, but now uh the Raiders get right back because we lost this game. And leave it up to the Raiders though to keep this game closer than it should have been. I was watching this game and I was like, nah, ain't no way we trying to go out there and win. And I know Desmond Ritter was trying to launch that ball, trying to get a touchdown, but Yo, you fucking up the script right now. I know he wants to get that win against his former team, but there's really no reason for us to win. I know there was a lot of Falcons fans there. I don't think they took over the stadium as much as a lot of other teams would, but a lot of fake Falcons fans, they're all respectful, to be honest with you guys. The people, at least the people that sat by me, they were all pretty cool. We got to chop it up with them and stuff like that. And me and Fitz was kind of like rooting. We was low key rooting for the Falcons. Hey, rise up, motherfucker. Nah, but all jokes aside though. But like I said, shout out to we got Mile High in here. Imagine being a Raiders fan. Hey, imagine being a Broncos fan. That's even worse. That's even worse, my boy. What's up, Rob? I see you up in here. What's up, Orlando? Let's see. Arkham says with the first overall pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select Shador Sanders. That's what it's looking like. It looks like the race for number one is going to be between the New York Giants and between the Las Vegas Raiders, and I feel like Shador Sanders is definitely the number one quarterback on their list. Now, I don't think if we were to go out and get Cam Ward that this would be a loss situation for us, but I feel like Cam Ward is going to be a solid quarterback. I put it like this: Shador Sanders has a really high floor, which means he's more safer and he's more NFL ready for right now. But I feel like Cam Ward has a really low floor, but a really high ceiling. I think he has a higher ceiling than Shador Sanders. If everything goes right to Cam Ward, I think he could be a really great quarterback in the NFL. But it depends on his situation and his work ethic. So I don't think we could go wrong with either quarterbacks, to be honest with you guys. But I feel like if we were to get number one, Shador Sanders is definitely going to be the number one guy there. 213 Vibe says, fire AP. I wouldn't. I stated this before and I'm saying it again. I wouldn't fire AP just yet. I'd give him another year. Yes, I know he's not a perfect coach, and I've criticized this guy many, many, many times, but I still don't feel like the Raiders should move on from AP just yet. Now, does that mean that they're not going to move on from him? No, I'm just a guy. I'm just another fan, just like you guys, giving you guys my opinions on how I feel like the situation is going to go. But I feel like with AP, they should give him another year, go out, get his quarterback, have a whole offseason, go get the offense coordinator that you want to get. If you want to stick with Scott Turner, or if you want to go out and get another guy that could come in here and just put their offensive scheme together and make a great team, make a great offense, because that's what we desperately need. But there's also reports that I've heard a lot of people talking about possibly the Raiders going out and hiring the Raiders going out and hiring Mike Vrabel. I know that there was also reports saying that Mark Davis respects Tom Brady and is going to give him a lot of leeway into making decisions for this team and helping find the quarterback of the future. And one of those moves is possibly firing AP and going out and getting another a coach that could come in and possibly turn this team around. I don't want to start over, but then again, I'm just a fan, just like you guys. So I'm not on that fire AP train just yet. 3 more weeks of this BS and we can forget about the season for good. Yeah, we got 3 more games. I think it's the Jaguars. We got the Jaguars. Oh, the Jaguars, Saints, and the LA Chargers. Now, I don't mind losing the rest. I don't mind losing out, because then we'll solidify our number one pick. But I really do want to beat the LA Chargers. I think that's the one team that I really want to beat this season and just shove it in their faces. I've said this before. I really want to at least have the Chargers kind of fight for a playoff spot and have it come down to that last game and us just ruining their hopes and winning that last game. That would be the cherry on top of this whole season and possibly still having a top 3 pick. But if that ruins our chances, then maybe not, Wasn't really paying attention to that. Was sad. Offensively, we definitely need a quarterback. We do. I think everybody knows that. We need a quarterback on the roster. We really, all the quarterbacks that we had this year were all trash, including Aiden O'Connell. Well, Aiden O'Connell had some flashes, I would say. He had some flashes in that Kansas City game, and I praised him for it, because if he could play like that, I think we have a solid veteran quarterback on the roster, at least as a backup next year. But if he plays shitty and is not able to stay healthy, then I could even see the Raiders kind of moving on from Aiden O'Connell and possibly going into the future with a veteran quarterback in a free agency market and drafting a quarterback. I've said this as well. I feel like the Raiders should also double dip in the NFL draft. I feel like we should double dip and possibly get 2 quarterbacks, kind of like what the Washington Redskins did with RG3 and Kirk Cousins. I feel like getting 2 quarterbacks, and even like what the what the New England Patriots did last year, getting Joe Milton and then also getting Drake May, because at least we could solidify two young quarterbacks that have somewhat of a high ceiling, and you never know what can happen. You could possibly find the Tom Brady of the future. Again, that's just me, and I know Tom Brady's going to have a hand in all that as well. Yours, hey, yo, Wyatt. Okay, so I think I'm kind of late on a lot of the comments, but I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can. Wyatt Cooley says yours over Sanders. I like Quinn Ewers, and I'm biased because I'm a Texas Longhorn fan, and I think he does have his flaws. Ewers does have his flaws, but if we're able to get Ewers in the second round, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be too mad at the fact that if the Raiders can go and get a generational player, say like a Travis Hunter in the first round with the number one overall pick, and drafting a quarterback in the second round, we better double dip at the quarterback position. I know there's a lot of players out. Drew Allar is one. Quinn Ewers is another guy. Jalen Moreau probably could be another guy. Jackson Dart, heck. But then we're taking flyers at that position, and you never know how well it could go. I think the only second round quarterback that is playing in the NFL right now that is starting is Jalen Hurts. Shout out to the GOAT. He kind of told me about that stat, which is kind of crazy. There's not a lot of second round quarterbacks starting in the NFL right now, but I'm not saying that we should skip out on the quarterback with that top pick. I'm just saying there's options there if the Raiders want to go in that direction. And yours, I wouldn't mind getting him as well. Fitz said it best. What did Fitz say? We getting a okay, Tuku. Okay, so yeah, I think you watched that video that I posted earlier when I was asking fans, Shador or Cam Ward, and yeah, Fitz said watch the Raiders go out there and draft a running back like Ashton Genty. But I don't think that. I feel like Tom Telesco, give him his props. Tom Telesco has done a great job drafting over his career as a GM. He did it with the Chargers, and I feel like over here with the Raiders, he did a solid job with this last draft that we had with Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers Johnson, and even having DJ Glaze. Those are three solid picks right there that could be offensive starters for the next couple of years. So outside of that, I think give him another draft, especially this draft. He hits more in the first round earlier. He hits more in the earlier rounds than he does in the later rounds. Kind of opposite of Mike Mayock. You think Scott Turner leaves the Raiders for the UNC job? Oh, there's a possibility. I think if the Raiders don't offer him a job, then for sure he's going to go to UNC with Bill Belichick. And I mean, hey, I don't mind if the Raiders keep him and his dad, but I feel like the Raiders should still possibly have options out there. At least a decorated offensive coordinator would be solid over here, but I wouldn't mind him staying or even going to UNC. I just want the Raiders to build the right offense, get the right quarterback, and just build the right team overall. I think our defense has been solid for the most part. We've had a lot of injuries, so you could kind of blame the injuries for a lot of things that's been going on. But for the most part, like I said, I really do feel like the Raiders are just a couple of pieces away. Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go. I know I'm kind of way behind. Okay. Let's go down to the Vico. Imagine waking up 4 a.m. to watch this game and end up losing hope at the end of the game for all these stupid yellow flags. And after all of that and going all that after all that and going to work now with all the shame and less hours. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, as Raider fans, this is the life that we chose, and it is. We're just gonna deal with it. To be honest with you guys, it sucks. And I mean, hey, I went to the game today. There was really no reason for me to go to the game, but I wanted to go get some content. There was a lot of great things that happened today. Got to go and enjoy the Woodson March to Victory, or the March to the first pick in the draft. But shout out to Charles Woodson. I wanted to go and support the event that he had going on earlier today, and just kind of catch the vibes all over the place, and just go to the game, hang out for a bit. I did kind of leave the game, I would say, a little bit earlier than the end of the game. I just want to kind of beat traffic and come home. But yeah, and this is us, Raider fans. As much as we say that we're not going to support this team or watch this team anymore, we're still going to watch this team. We're still going to go out there, whether we watch it on TV, whether we go to the games. There's going to be those fans that still go. Carr is a second round quarterback. Yes, he is, Wyatt, but he's not starting. He's hurt right now. So I guess if he's playing, then he is another quarterback that's a second round pick. But I low-key feel like Derek Carr trying to avoid the smoke. I don't think he wants to play the Raiders and lose to all 32 teams because he just has us. He just has us to play, and he's done. If Tom takes Hunter, would that be a bad pick for us, even though we need a quarterback? Yeah, I kind of stated this already. You could kind of rewind it, maybe. But it's tough. Like I said, I wouldn't be mad if the Raiders went and got Travis Hunter, but we got to address the quarterback situation. I'm only okay with that if we go get a veteran quarterback that is solid and also draft one or two quarterbacks in this draft for sure in the second round. We have to get one of those quarterbacks and then draft one later on so we at least have something there, right? But I just don't feel like they should. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think that they should. If we have a top 1, 2, 3 pick in this year's draft, then the Raiders need to go and address their quarterback of the future, whether it's Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. I think that's just me though. Did you think that Kermit the Frog? Did you think Hermit the Frog will make it alive with the injury? Oh, I'm guessing you're talking about Patrick Mahomes. I don't know, man, but the way he went down, I feel like he's gonna come back some way somehow. I know he got banged up, and some referees are gonna get fired for their jobs because they let the defense touch Mahomes a little bit too hard there. Pause. But that's kind of a tough one. It is what it is. The Chiefs are just gonna the Chiefs are gonna continue to run this division until we go and find our franchise quarterback and find the right guy for the job. I feel like we're just a couple pieces away. I know how bad the season has looked, but damn, if the Raiders, the crazy thing is like I joke around a lot about the tanking thing, and there's a lot of fans, a lot of people thinking that the Raiders are tanking on purpose. I don't think so. I think we just suck. I think the Raiders just suck that bad that we haven't won 10 games. We haven't won a game in the past 10 years. 10 years, what the fuck? We haven't won a game in the past 10 games, which is crazy. It's really, really crazy to hear, especially this team that had some kind of hope at the end of the year last year. It's kind of crazy that we weren't able to at least win one game, right? There were so many close games, but a lot of games we look bad. And most of that comes down to the offensive play calling and also the quarterback play. And then AP as well. His game management is horrible. Fossey, the entire team, and it's that shit. Might as well, right? Those? Damn. I don't think Telesco's job is on the line. Coaching sucks, and it's on the line. I don't think that Telesco's job is on the line. Coaching sucks, and it's on the line. Okay, I kind of get what you're saying right here, Capitan. Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't think Telesco's gonna go anywhere, and I seen reports coming out recently that uh, Telesco and AP are separate commodities. So whatever happens to Telesco, that doesn't mean the same thing will happen to AP. Meaning, like if AP gets fired, that doesn't mean that Telesco is going to be gone. If they keep him, there's a possibility that the Raiders can move on from AP and possibly go out and get a head coach that they want to bring in, especially Tom Brady. But like I said, I wouldn't want to let go of AP just yet, but we'll see. I hope Froggy done for the year. Same here, bro. I mean, like for us, it really doesn't matter, but it's just, I guess, not wanting to see the Chiefs go and make it pretty far because we're tired of seeing them in the Super Bowl and winning. God damn. Whew, almost messed around and won. Hey, we did. That's crazy though. I thought this game was like it was already in the bag. Like we lost, and then looking at the score at the end of the game, we had one drive left to drive down the field, and damn, Desmond Ritter was starting to hit his receivers all of a sudden, and then he really tried to go out. He really tried to go out there and win the game, and they probably told his ass, "Hey, yo, chill out, yo, chill. We ain't trying to win this game." But I ain't gonna lie, it had my heart beating for a quick minute. Shout out to Atlanta defense giving me a fantasy win. Oh, hey, shout out to the Atlanta defense. They were solid. They was on top of everything. And it's crazy because that safety that we had, it just came down to bad play calling. But shout out to the Atlanta defense. They did a great job, eating up the run. And also, I hope nothing serious went on with Sincere McCormick. At first, I didn't notice that he got injured because I just all of a sudden seen Alexander Madison out there running the ball. I was like, where the fuck is Sincere McCormick? Later found out that he got hurt and he was on the sideline. They wrapped up his foot. But like I said, hopefully it's not long term. And it really sucks because I felt like this was a game that he could have went out there and at least dominated or at least put himself on the map even more. What veteran quarterback is worth it right now or willing to leave their respective teams to come to a rebuild. Uh a quarterback that we pay. I know that Sam Darnold most likely want to go to a team that can pay him well because I know he's playing well this year. I'm not saying that Sam Darnold is the guy. I'm still a guy that feels like we could go out and get Justin Fields. We could go out and get Russell Wilson. Those are two guys that should be hitting the market. Who knows if the Steelers are going to keep them aboard or one or two of those guys on? But those are definitely two quarterbacks that I wouldn't mind bringing over here to the silver and black, at least for a 1 year. Like I said, if AOC's not that guy to go for next season, I thought he would be, but if he can get healthy, if he is not going to be a part of the future plans, go and get a veteran quarterback that is at least a good quarterback, not somebody that we feel like he could possibly be good. Somebody that's good, has history of being good. Russell Wilson would be at the top of my list. Who knows if he's going to be out there? But you get somebody like that, draft a high quarterback like Shador Sanders or Cam Ward, let him sit behind the veteran quarterback. At least we have some kind of insurance to back that up, and then we go forward with that. So that's I would say the number one quarterback on my list. I wouldn't want to take a chance on Sam Darnold because he's a hit or miss type of guy, and I feel like he's playing well right now just to get paid. And I don't know if he'll be good in our system. That Raider Hemi. So our special teams is Sky all of a sudden. Trust me, it was, our team is Sky all of a sudden. Last year, all of a sudden, we was doing good at the end of the season with almost the same amount of players. I mean, there's some players that we didn't bring back, but we were out. Let me see. How do I say this? We almost have the same amount of players, other than some players here and there, like Josh Jacobs or Meek Robertson and those guys. But we look so bad. Like we look real bad out there. Everybody, David says, yeah, our O line stinks. Our O line stinks. Quarterback stinks. Coaching stinks. It just sucks, bro. Raiders looking like the Raiders. Yeah, definitely. A former starter, not a career backup. Yeah. Wyatt says Dak is the same as Carr, just with more swag. I mean, you got a point there. I mean, I guess you got a point there. If I was to have either Dak Prescott or Derek Carr right now, I would take Prescott in a heartbeat. Not saying I want to go out and get him. They're overpaying him over there in Dallas. But would Dak Prescott be a good bridge quarterback for us? Maybe. That's kind of hard to say because yes, his ceiling. He could be a really, really good quarterback, and then he could be a really, really bad quarterback. I guess it's almost like Derek Carr. Like you said, I guess the swag is different, but what? It's not that much of swag. That's not that much swag that he has. Let's be honest, y'all. He's over there with the Dallas Cowboys. They got a lot of weapons. They got more weapons over there in Dallas than we do. Yet they ain't able to do anything over there. But would I mind getting Dak Prescott? No, I don't mind getting anybody. But you know what I've learned in these past couple of seasons, especially at the quarterback position, there's no need. I don't think we need to take a chance on anybody just to see if they could do good at all. You know, I was one guy that really fucked with Jimmy G, and I wanted to see him succeed over here. Obviously, he didn't, and it is what it is. Same thing with Gardner Minshew. He just didn't look like himself. Yeah, we can blame a lot of other people. We can blame the offensive playing calling and even AP, but at the end of the day, the quarterback position is still the biggest weakness that we have, especially because we moved on from a guy that, yes, was really, really inconsistent, but we moved on without finding a proper replacement. And we all thought, well, not me until I guess one game this season. A lot of people thought that AOC could be the guy to run with our future, and he was a fourth round quarterback that we all expected to come over here and possibly take over and be the next Tom Brady. I mean, shout out to Mr. Fitz. He's one guy that thought that. But I feel like the Raiders need to go. If we draft one of these guys, Shador or Cam Ward, and they become busts, at least we tried and we got a quarterback that everybody in that same position would almost get if they needed a quarterback. So I wouldn't be mad if the Raiders got Shador and Cam Ward and just ran with them, because at least that gives the Raider Nation some hope. And at least it says that, hey, this tanking paid off because we at least got somebody that could come in and possibly be the future quarterback of this team. But again, like I said, that is just me. Let's see. If we could get Fields, Carr, or Darnold for a 1 year deal and do what Atlanta is with MGPJ, who would you pick? Okay, Fields, Carr, or Aaron. What the fuck? Okay, if I was to choose between Justin Fields, Derek Carr, or Sam Darnold on to bring in on a 1 year deal, I would definitely bring in Justin Fields. There's upside there. Yes, he doesn't have the greatest arm, but he could get it done on his feet, or he could throw the ball. I mean, you seen what the Pittsburgh Steelers was able to do early on in the season before Russell Wilson came back. I feel like at least he could be a guy that could be a bridge quarterback for this team until whoever we pick up, like I said, Cam Ward or Shador is ready to take over the helm. So that's my pick right there. Maybe if Mark Davis got a new haircut, that would break our curse. At this moment, I am willing to try. Hey, he did. Hey, he cut his hair though one time, I believe. So it still was ugly as shit though. But I don't think that's gonna change anything. I mean, Mark Davis, my boy, been doing as much as he could to at least help this team out, man. He's been doing everything that he could. He's been paying all the big bucks to bring in John Gruden, bring in Josh McDaniels. Yeah, that shit didn't work out. But I can definitely say that at least Mark Davis has been trying. It hasn't been working out, but if I could give him anything, is the fact that he at least tries. Hey, can't hate him for that. I'd rather have AOC as a bridge quarterback. I would too. He got to stay healthy, and I just want to see him. Well, we're not gonna see him for the rest of the season. I wouldn't mind either, but I still want to go get another quarterback. I can't rely on AOC to be the guy to take over. We still need to go get a quarterback in free agency and then go draft our quarterback. We're young and lacking talent, no cohesiveness. It's AP's first year, no quarterback. Yeah, that's true. But lacking talent, whose fault? Oh, well, a lot of our talent is hurt, so I can't really put that on him right now. So that's why I say, I wouldn't mind giving AP just another year coaching because at least we'll see. I was gonna do the same thing with Josh McDaniels. As much as everybody hated him, I was okay with giving him another year and seeing what he can do. Obviously, the ship kind of fell off right there, but I feel like for AP, give him another year, and after that season, if we don't trend upwards, then I'm okay with moving on from him. At least we know that he ain't that guy. I just don't want to start over with another regime and have him come in, dress up in suits, and between Mark Davis and Tom Telesco or whoever the new GM was going to be, and just sit there, spew, oh, I love the rich history. I can't wait to bring the Raiders back to glory or whatever. All that bullshit. I'm kind of tired of that right now. At least let AP do what he can do. We haven't had no cigar celebrations for the past how many weeks? Many, many weeks. So yeah, I'm okay with keeping AP for right now. Fire AP and hire Mike Vrabel. I've already talked about that. Yo, Papusa, I ain't gonna do that. I'd rather keep AP. Vrabel it is what it is, but I'm okay with keeping AP. AP can go back to Long Beach coach. Yo, he barely even stayed with with Paulie in Long Beach either. One guy I know that seen him coach at Pauley kind of warned me about him too, thinking that he wasn't a good head coach. And then last year we all thought that he could be great because that run that we had at the end of the season. I was like, damn, this is that guy. We was having those cigar celebrations. My boy was driving the Impala, the Raider way. He from Compton. We was all hyped up. We was all celebrating, even though we didn't go to the playoffs. And all of that was just an illusion. That was just an illusion, y'all. Wyatt says, as long as we paying him less than 20 mil, shit, I'll bring any quarterback over here less than 15 mil, bro. What's good, Oos? Keep up the good work. 808 Raidernation, man. Shout out to Joshua, man. I appreciate it, Oos. Hell yeah. He broke his thumb. How can you judge his talent over that? You know what? You got a point. I agree with you on that. But right now, we're not going to see him for the rest of the season. So how good is he going to look next year? I wouldn't say to drop him yet, but I feel like AOC. I don't want to go I'm kind of torn then. I still want to go get a free agent quarterback in free agency and draft a high quarterback. I mean, AOC could stay on the roster and fight for a spot and at least be a backup because I feel like he already knows the system right now. He has that rapport with AP and whatnot. If we keep AP, then Why not? Just leave him in, right? Leave him with the team, and if anything was to happen to anybody else, knock on wood, that he'd be ready to go and put this team on his back as well. Sanders season, Dak got sweat. That's what I was saying. I don't know. I guess a little bit more than Derek Carr, but I don't know, man. They don't want to play AOC because he will win. Michael, maybe, maybe, but I don't think we're gonna win anymore this season. He almost did win us that. We could have won that game. I think JPJ really fucked that up on purpose. I wish we got. I wish we got to see what Bradley. I wish we got to see Bradley this game or the next two. I think we, with the way Riddler was playing, man, my boy. There's a reason why my boy hasn't had any PT. There's a reason why he was crying when he came over here because he thought he could turn this organization around. But damn, even though he came a little bit late, my boy is garbage, bro. My boy is trash. Riddler. Did I say Riddler? What the fuck? Ritter, Desmond Ritter, man. My boy is he ain't it, bro. He ain't it. Let AP get his quarterback. Yeah, Roy, I said that, man. Let him go get his quarterback, whoever it may be, and see how they look. AP ain't got it when it comes to being a head coach. He scammed at Arizona, and he scammed as a car salesman. I don't want to agree with that. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go there yet, but it ain't looking too good though. I'll say that this season isn't looking too good, especially for his resume as a head coach. And we'll see how it goes. Give AP some kava, he'll start coaching right. Shit, probably. You're probably right, Deuce. Get rid of Max Crosby and try for Sanders and Hunter. Time will fill the roster with young bloods that are hungry like the USA Polomal. Marquez. O's. That's a lot. That's a lot. You saying a lot right there. How about no? How about no? I ain't trying to give up Max Crosby just yet. I know that there's a lot of people putting stuff out there of possibly some trade rumors of hey, if we want to double dip and get Hunter and Shador, let's trade away Max Crosby and do everything that we can to move up and get both of them. And as much as I would love that, Max Crosby is the only player on this roster that I would not touch if we were to go out and go all in and trying to get two great players at the top of this draft in Sanders and Travis Hunter. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. You could go and trade a couple first rounds if you want to. Okay, but I wouldn't do it because we don't have another first round. A lot of people bring up the Houston Texans thing, but you guys got to remember that the Houston Texans had two first round picks. They just moved their second first round pick up a couple spots to go and get their guy Will Anderson. We ain't got another second round. We ain't got another first round pick. We only got one, and yeah, we would have to move the whole earth to go and get both Hunter and Shador. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't get rid of Max Crosby. Shit, I'd give up. Gardner Minshew. That's what I would do. Could we draft Hunter then sell the farm for Shador? What's Travis Hunter starting position? CB. He could play both. Now I heard a lot of people are saying that there's GMs out there saying that they see him more of a cornerback, but why not play both positions? I don't see why he can't play a couple snaps at what now. I don't think he's gonna do it as much as he did at Colorado, but why not use him a little bit here and there, put him in some packages on defense and then on offense. But I just love to see him play offense. To be honest with you, wide receiver position with his length and everything like that. Pause. I feel like he could really be a great wide receiver, and there's more money to be made there. Desmond Shitter. Yes, trade Max while he still has value. Nah. I'm good on that. Lulu balling. Hey, yo, you see Moses? He got like what 1.5 sacks, 2 sacks out there. My boy was balling out today, man. Uh, Michael says Al Davis fired Art Shell for only winning 2 games. Well, Michael, hate to break it to you, Al Davis ain't here. This is Mark Davis. It's a whole different story, and I don't think that they're gonna fire him just yet. Well, I could be wrong. I could be wrong because at the end of the day, I'm just a fan talking about this. Hilarious Hilarious. Crosby isn't going anywhere. Keep dreaming. It will never happen. No, yeah, like I said, I don't think it'll happen. Let me ask you this: who's the best secondary player for the Raiders on the roster right now? I would say Trayvon Merrick. If you're asking right now, it's definitely Trayvon Merrick. Let's see. AP is getting hate for only one reason. He's in a tank season and he got his team in every game. And got his team in every game. His offense has no playmakers at quarterback and running back. But each game, his team is showing guts. Uh, yes and no. Yes and no. It goes both ways. There are games that we look good in, but there's more games we look bad at. And yes, it comes down to the quarterback position. And then that just reminds me why the Raiders should have started AP. I mean, Aiden O'Connell in the first place. I like the fact that he didn't start him earlier. It just kind of it kind of goes against AP. And there was a lot of game management earlier on in the season where he really fucked up, and we could have had a couple of wins there. But like I said, I do criticize him because I don't think anybody's over criticism. But I feel like AP should at least get another season. I said that before. I'm gonna say it again, just to at least get the weapons that he wants to get. And there's no excuse but to see whether he is the guy for us for the future or not. And a lot of people bring up Dan Campbell. Yeah, and no. A lot of things can happen in the second season. And like I said, that's going to determine whether or not we should bring him back for the future. Wyatt says, that was sarcastic. Okay. I kind of got that though, but I wanted to answer that. But thank you for the question though, because I at least got to talk about it. Because there are people out there that would trade Max Crosby to go and get a top pick and get Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders, and I'm not one of those guys. Y'all tripping on Max Cut? Yeah. Am I wrong for saying this? The Raiders don't have a goal. Yo, you're not wrong for saying that. I think everybody's saying that we have a horrible quarterback. We don't have any good quarterbacks at all. I mean, we don't know what we have in Carter Bradley until we go and start him, but I highly doubt he's good at all. I believe that AOC, after his first injury, start getting kind of PTSD and scared that he will get another injury. That's why you see him kind of shaky in majority of his play calls and kept dropping the ball. I don't know. Maybe are you talking about because the game that he came back after his injury was the Chiefs game, I believe so. Yeah, and I honestly, from what I see, I didn't see somebody that was scared. I seen somebody that was that took a whole different step and was balling out there. Somebody that was confident in the pocket. But I didn't see that in the next game though. I seen that definitely in the Chiefs game, but not in the Buccaneers game for sure. Trey Max Crosby, Smurf, no. You are all dumb for that. Max is the heart and soul of this team. Live and die right. Like I think the Oos said he was just yeah he was just being sarcastic with that. If he's a true shutdown corner back, hearts resist that. Oh, on Travis Hunter, that's true. That's true because it's like because we do need a cornerback and a wide receiver, and he's both of that. John Dizel says we need a Mexican quarterback. Who? Okay, yo, John, right? Put it in the chat though. Let me know in the chat what Mexican quarterback would you bring in. Let me know because I can't think of one on the top of my head. I feel like we need a Samoan quarterback. We was good with Marcus Mariota until we let him go, but that's a different subject for a different day. It is what it is. Even the last quarterback that was Mexican for the Raiders was good. Was he good? Oh, for the Raiders, was he good? I Okay. What Mexican quarterback are you talking about? Jim Plunkett or what? I don't want to get fired over here, man. Mayava from USC as a back of hell. Nah, that motherfucker trash, bro. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking. I don't know. I wouldn't bring Mayava. There's other quarterbacks out there, especially Usos out there. I'd rather go get Dylan Gabriel later in the draft as a second quarterback for us. I'd rather go. I'm not saying that Dylan's uh, Uso or anything. Oh well, you're just saying as a backup. There's a lot of other quarterbacks I'd rather have over Mayava. To be honest with you, as a backup, definitely a lot of other players. You don't want to trade. You don't want to trade like it's Madden. Yes, that's true. I mean, that's all we can do, though. You can't be mad at people for thinking that. AP sucks at play calling and clock management. I said that. I did. We haven't had a good quarterback since Rich Gannon, Raiders 1992. Come on, O's. As much as I despise Derek Carr, man, Derek was our last great quarterback that we had before the injury. Definitely before the injury. My boy was good. How many of these fans were Carr haters? I was. No, and I wasn't a hater. I wouldn't say I was a hater, but I judged him a lot because he deserved it. Carson Palmer and Pryor were dope as fuck. I'm just joking, by the way. I would never trade a superior player like Max Level in his prime. Me neither. Don't trade Max. Nope. Is Nate Hobb better than Jack Jones? Yup, for sure. Jack Jones is more of a playmaker though, but Nate Haas is more. I would say more consistent. He's more consistent. Do you think the Raiders win Sunday, then lose out? No. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. You go. So, why was Marcus released? I thought he was good. He was solid, especially as a backup quarterback. But I think that John Gruden, or I forgot what happened. It was John Gruden. Yeah, I think John Gruden, because Marcus wanted to come over here and compete, and signs were showing that John Gruden was never going to move on from Derek Carr. So he kind of gave Marcus kind of the okay to go out in free agency and go get his time, like go and at least get his money and also get his opportunity to be a starter. And that's what he did. He went to Atlanta and didn't do good, but he at least got to be in the Netflix special quarterback. But I think I really think that Marcus Mariota was a better option for us at that time than Derek Carr because I think Derek Carr was kind of going downhill. And Derek Carr seen that one game that Marcus Mariota started when we almost won, but our defense was trash. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back. Derek Carr was supposed to miss like 2-3 weeks, and he came back the next week because he did not want to lose his job to Marcus Mariota. And I'm gonna stand by that. I'm gonna stand by those. Trent Dilfer and Nick Foles won Super Bowls. They did. They also had great defenses, which we don't have just yet. Well, we could have a great defense, and you got a good point, Papusa. You got a good point. Wasn't that Tom Flores? No, 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 no. Tom Flores. I think the last Mexican quarterback that we had was definitely Jim Plunkett, but before that was Tom Flores. I just don't know if we had any Mexican quarterback since then. Diego Pavia is a Mexican standout quarterback. I don't know him, but I'll try to do some homework on him. Is he coming in a draft or is he somebody in an open market? I don't know. Yo, yo, Macario. I don't know if I haven't said your name because I don't want to fuck it up. So I'm gonna just say Silva. Bryce Young will be a good backup quarterback for the Raiders going into next season. I am one guy that would love to trade for Bryce Young, but I highly doubt that the Panthers move on from him yet. I mean, I think earlier on they were open to trading him away for like chips or for pennies on the dollars, but I don't think they'll do that just yet. And if they're open to doing it, shit, send a third, send a fourth round pick, something like that to go and get him. I wouldn't send a first round pick, but I feel like we could possibly get him for like a third, fourth round pick, maybe two, both of it. I don't know. But Bryce Young would be a solid, I think a solid backup quarterback or somebody that could fight for a starting position. And he's a guy that I wouldn't mind bringing here and still drafting a Shador or a Cam. Brady was the best man. Tom Brady. I didn't know if I don't know if you for real or not, but if he was Mexican, then hey, shout out to him, man. The entire game plan was to not. Okay, hold on. Let me. Man, I've been putting you up on a lot. I just be just clicking random comments, and I always click Silva, and I feel like I just talking to him most of the time. So I'm trying to give more people chances out here, but appreciate you commenting a lot. But Gonzo says the entire game plan tonight was to run the ball and throw the ball no more than 3 yards. Other than that, Dylan Gabriel, second round. Dylan Gabriel. Are you saying Dylan Gabriel? Are you talking about Dylan? The way you wrote it just looked different from like how I'm used to seeing it. Second round, that's a bit too rich for me. He's not bad, but I don't think he's great. There's a reason why he stayed in college football for what 7, 8 years. But I wouldn't mind getting him, but like later on. Marcus was released because he wasn't meeting training or something. What? Oh, I don't know. Rich Gannon took us to the Super Bowl. Derek Carr never won a playoff game, and that's true. But that doesn't take away from how good Derek Carr was before his injury, though. That's all I'm saying. Marcus sucked. No, he didn't, bro. Come on now. Do you think that Dion will have a certain role in the organization if we draft Shador? Nah, I think the only role that he will have is being Shador's dad. I don't think he's gonna be a coach anywhere near us, and I don't think that the Raiders should go out and get him. There's a lot of other coaches that I'd rather have before him, but I mean, we'll definitely see him over here a lot, especially if we do draft Shador. Talk about heart and leadership. Who's the man for the Raiders? What do you mean? As a quarterback or as the draft prospect? Uh, as a quarterback, I do believe that Shador could be a leader. I think that he could. He has all the traits to be there. O says Carr had a chance, but broke his leg and was never the same after. Can't fault the guy for that. He did what he could. I don't like him, but you got to give him credit where it's due. Ose, I agree with you 100%, and that's the same way I look at it as well. Derek Carr was great. Before the injury, I think he was up there, and he could have definitely been a franchise quarterback. We could have went to the playoffs multiple times, but I think he wasn't the same guy. And I stuck by Derek Carr like what a couple years even after until I slowly realized that this guy's never going to be the same. He's not going to be that guy that we all expected him to be in 2016, and he was good and bad at the same time. Yeah, it's kind of hard. He was inconsistent, is what I'm trying to say. Inconsistent, and no matter what the situation, we were not going to go anywhere with him at all. And that's why I was okay with moving on from him. Hugo says, if Carr didn't get injured, do you think the history for the Raiders would be different or similar? I think that I definitely would be different, but we would never know. It would definitely be different because I feel like that playoff run that we had, we almost beat the Texans in that 2016 playoff game with a sorry ass Matt McGloin, or oh no, was it Connor Cook? Dang, we had some tough times though. But imagine if we had Derek Carr with how good Derek Carr was playing that year. We were winning games because of Derek Carr. Broken pinky, no problem. My boy was still out there doing his thing. Broken back, no problem. My boy was still out there doing his thing until he got hurt, until he broke his leg. And the rest is history, yo. Okay. Let's see. R&J podcast, man. We keep ragging on the defense when offense is making them work extra hard. Defense keeps us in each game. No, I agree with you. R&J got a good point. Most games, a lot of the games that we played this season, other than that Chiefs game that I can remember, the defense has played great, good enough to win games, but our offense never kept that same energy. And I agree with you. Even with our defense being injured right now, they've been doing pretty good, and we've had a lot of standouts out there. But it just comes back to the offensive play calling and the quarterback play and the offensive line. Offensive line hasn't been great either. Colton Miller starting to decline, and it kind of sucks to see. But he really did put a lot of solid years with us, and I feel like the Raiders' biggest thing to do in free agency, if we want to have a successful 2025 season and go and get our franchise quarterback in the NFL draft, I would spend almost all of our money on the offensive line. Go get the best of the best, draft the best that we can get, and then build around this quarterback position. We have a lot of weapons out there, and we could draft some weapons and even sign some free agents and bring in more weapons. But if the offensive line isn't good, then then the quarterback is gonna fail out there, whoever it may be. So, like I said, I really want to address that offensive line this offseason, and I feel like that'd be solid. Isaiah says, "Sup, Simone Raider? How you been? Do you want Sanders in the draft next year? And we tanking now." I think he probably just joined, but yes, I would love Shador Sanders. That's my number one pick right there. That's my number one quarterback. But I wouldn't be mad if the Raiders went out and got Cam Ward. I feel like either one of those two quarterbacks would be solid for the Raiders. Dylan Gabriel will be the next Russell Wilson in his prime. Sanders is my guy. Is me guy. Stay away from that dude. Oh, is a me guy. Okay, he's an I guy. Okay, Steve Johnson. Let's read this again because I kind of messed it all up. Dylan Gabriel will be the next Russell Wilson in his prime. Sanders is a me guy. Stay away from that dude. Another Caleb Williams. Now, I really disagree with you on that. I could see the ceiling for Dylan Gabriel being like a Russell Wilson later on in the draft, maybe a third round pick, maybe fourth round. Oh, who knows? But Sanders, I think there's a lot of flash to Sanders, and I do believe that he could be a really good quarterback. I see what you're trying to say, but he's still different from Caleb Williams. And I feel like he's had a lot more pressure on him, especially being a son of a Hall of Famer, especially at the quarterback position when everybody's thinking that he's going to fail, to go out there and still put up the seasons that he has been putting up and being as good as he's been. The offensive line over there in Colorado has been bad, and he's still been able to be a solid to really good quarterback at the college level. And then coming into the draft, there's a lot of people that want him at the number one pick for a reason. And I'm gonna just say that just to say that. I think that he could be good. I think he could be a really great quarterback. Like I said before, he has a high floor, uh, a higher floor than Cam Ward. And my go to comparison, I feel like the floor for Shador Sanders is a Seattle Seahawks Geno Smith, and I think that's a solid comparison. Now I know just hearing that, oh, we'll get a Geno Smith at quarterback. It's not the sexiest thing to think about. Pause. But that Geno Smith, when he went to the Seahawks and was a starter, took him to the playoffs, was a solid quarterback. And I'm saying that's his floor. He could be great if we put the right pieces and we built the right team around him and even the right protection around him and get the right offensive coordinator. I think he could be really, really great there. But it just all depends on what we surround the quarterback with, whoever we bring in. Uh, Hey, motherfucker. He said, you look like a little solo Sikoa search him. Well, I don't need to search him. I know who he is. I don't know if you knew here, but I'm a wrestling fan as well, man. That's my Oos, though. Solo's my Oos. I guess you're trying to say all Samoans look alike. Damn, Oos. You doing your thing, bro. Right on. I don't hate. I appreciate your time and your coverage on the Raiders, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody up in this chat right now, man. Everybody over here, even Oos, Marquez, Silva. I see all you guys up in here, man. I love having a player like Max Crosby's caliber, but man, he deserves more than what the Raiders can offer him for the next few years. And as much as I love the Raiders, we are holding him back for reals. I agree with you, man. And as much as it hurts to say that, it kind of reminds me. Oh, it does suck because I feel like the Raiders should be good, and especially for players like him. And I feel like we are. We were pieces away. I think we're just pieces away from being a really, really good team. I just think we just got to put it together, man. And I know he's holding it. He's. I mean, he's hanging on by a thread right now. And I don't blame him for being out for the rest of the season. I know he has an ankle injury, a surgery or whatnot. I just hope that he comes back stronger next season, man. Okay, let me go down. I know I'm missing a lot. Mm. The Mind, Faith, Body podcast. This is Night, brother. Hope all is well. Wanted to say, oh, my boy, Night of the Shield. Hey, yo, Night, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm trying to get back into the live streams, but I know we talked about doing live streams together, you and all the OGs, man. But I'm definitely gonna bring that back. I just got to set everything up and then hit you guys all up and try to bring everybody together. If you guys don't know, this is Night of the Shield. I don't know if a lot of you guys watched back in the days, but he's one of the OGs of Raiders YouTube. Him, Mikey Raider, I know Dylan, Black and Silver Way, all those my guys right there, man. And I'm trying to put something together, something good for y'all, man. Especially bringing the whole gang back together one time for the one time. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you for stopping by, us, man. It's tough, man. But we here talking Raiders, and it's fun going live, man. I haven't done this a lot, but I need to start going live more often. And I wanted, like I said, I wanted to go live during the games, but it's kind of hard because they got a lot of things going on, and sometimes I actually go to the game, so I can't really go live. So I feel like what's best is try to go live after the games and just talk to you guys and give you guys, my perspective and how I feel about the game in the moment, instant reaction, with all the emotions. But I feel like it would have been better earlier in the season, to be honest with you guys, because I had way more emotions at the beginning of the season. Right now, it's more chill vibes. It's like, damn, we lost. All right, move on to the next week. We're moving up the draft board right now. So right now, it doesn't really hurt. It's I'm okay. The losing feeling is numb right now. I'm not mad. But yeah, Angel. He says, "Dang man, do you live around the corner from the stadium? You got home pretty quick." I did. Did I see Angel? Okay, I don't know off the top of my mind, but yeah, yeah. I mean, literally, I live 10 minutes down the street from the stadium. I'm right on Russell Road. I'm 11 minutes from the stadium, and going to as many games as I do go to. I know my way around so much that I could get in and out. Like if I wanted to go to the stadium right now and get into the game, I can. Like I know my way around. I know where to park and all that good stuff. And then after the game, I get right out of there, head straight back home, and go on live, like I am right now. So yeah, I'm only 10 minutes down the street from the stadium, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But yeah, man, take me back to Henry Darren Nelson days, man. Nelson, oh Nelson Aguilar. I thought you meant Nelson, Jordy Nelson. I like, goddamn, bro. Yeah, man, those were the days, dog. All right. Let me read a couple more, and then I'm about to be out of here, y'all, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on, man. Like I said, I know I'm not really consistent with the live streams, but I want to be. I really, really want to be because I want to interact with you guys, everybody that supports this channel, and I know I've been trying to build it all back up, man. And, hey, shout out to you guys, Raidernation, for getting me to 44,000. I was stuck at like 42, 43,000, I think, or something like that, because I haven't been posting a lot. But hey, we hit 44,000. Let's get to 45,000. I want to hit 50,000. I don't know if I could hit it by the end of the season, but hey, we gonna try, right? 50,000 would be huge, man. I feel like I should have hit it by now. But I know that, like I said, I've been on and off of this channel, mostly my fault. But you know what, Raider Nation, I ain't trying to leave y'all anymore, man. You guys have been good to me over the years, and I get to I get to do a lot of cool things, man. And I feel like I should share more of those stuff. I have a lot of stuff that I could post, man. So I'm gonna try to come back and stay as consistent as I can for you guys, and do that. But Macario says the defense has been better than any time with Carr, and those who would agree would say Mac was on the roster last time, and his counterpart was Bruce Irvin. Hey, you bring back a lot of memories. Yeah, no, Derek Carr's defenses have all been trash. There was only one season we were great, or not great. There was one season we were good, like we were above average, and that was when we had Gus Bradley. That 2021 season when we went to the playoffs, man. Our defense was on par, yo. They was solid, man. I remember having Desnell Perriman. I remember having all these guys over there, man. But yeah, let's see. I know a lot of people. Julio. Hey, Uzo. What be your bombshell this offseason? What would be your bombshell this offseason? What do you mean, like a crazy move or something like that? Um, Off the top of my head, if the Raiders go, shit, if the Raiders traded Max Crosby, that's a bombshell, yo. I can't think about. I don't know what else to think about off the top of my head, but that's one that comes off, I guess, the top of my head. Much love to you. So I appreciate that, Julio. Who says, when is your next giveaway? I don't be on IG. I think that's where you know what? I did say that I wanted to do I did say, where the fuck is this bottle at? Okay, I had a Wits and whiskey bottle over here, but I'm thinking about doing a Wits and whiskey bottle giveaway, the 65th anniversary one. I'm gonna put it together and stuff, and I'm gonna do it for you guys, the YouTube family right here, man. The YouTube family. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna post it on one of these videos, and I'm gonna let you guys know about it because I want to do it for you guys. And the more milestones that we hit, the more things I'm gonna be giving away. Like I said, I have a lot of cool stuff to give away. I have a lot of Wits and whiskey bottles, man. Shout out to Wits and whiskey. They always looking out for yours. And hey, I met. Let me see. Let me see if I could pull this up real quick. So I got to meet the Charles Woodson today. Well, I didn't get. I'm saying like I met him for the first time, but I got to link up with Woodson and the Woodson Whiskey crew today. Shout out. Let me see if I can bring up. Look at your Oos, man. Can you guys see? There we go. Shout out to the Oos, Charles Woodson. Um, yo, we had to talk, yo. Hey, we working something out with 18, yo. That's all I gotta say. We working something out with 18, and who knows? You might see something special come out, which I definitely want to announce to you guys. But we got some big things brewing up though. Also got to give a shout out because I don't know if y'all seen this on my last video, but hey, we got a new memorabilia to put up in the studio for the Ninth Island, yo. Yes, sir. That shit is clean, yo. Come on now. I'm gonna get that signed too. I'm not giving that away though. I just want to show that off because I had it. But yeah, definitely want definitely want to what do you call it? I definitely want to do a giveaway. I'm gonna give away a bottle, 65th anniversary, uh, Woods and whiskey bottle. I'm gonna give one away to you guys, and I might give away another one. They gave me a lot, and I honestly don't drink them all, but I definitely want to send them to you guys. You're a consistent Raiders fan, no matter the outcome. I try, Oos. I try. I really do. I appreciate it though. For Foss. What the fuck? Foss. So have a blessed week, Oos. See you this weekend on here. Yeah, for sure. I'll be here. I might be at the game this weekend against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, I'm only gonna go if I take my little nephew, man. He hasn't been to a Raider game, and I thought this would be a perfect game because it's been cheap tickets and there's really no expectations of us winning. But yeah, with that said, Raiders guy says, "Hey, bro, I'm from Sac. Where the fuck do I can I get a bottle, bro? I don't know in Sac. To be honest, you got to hit up Graphic for that. I know. Shout out to Graphic Raider. I know he knows more of that area. Or you could go on the website and then probably type in your zip code and see the nearest store if there is any. I just know that we have them over here at the name is escaping my mind right now. But with that said, though, Raider Nation, man, I appreciate every single one of you guys that joined the live stream today, man. It was fun. Uh, I'm gonna do it again next game. After the game, I'm gonna come on and talk with you guys a little bit. But with that said, it's 10 o'clock right now. We had a late ass game, and I'm over here talking about the Raiders. But again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming on the live stream. Until the next, well, if this is the first time you guys are watching this channel and you guys love Raiders content, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next one, it's your boy Small Raider, and your boy is